Well, James, an end of a long campaign, but it's been a pretty decent end, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, nice to finish off with a win. First of all, credit to Surrey for winning it. I think they've been the standout team across the whole season and deserve to be champions. So congratulations to them. But yeah, back to us. I think we finished off with 3 wins in a row against Essex and then Surrey here, the champions. So all in all, good finish of the season. And overall, it's easy to look back now and look at little moments where if we could have turned a loss into a draw or a draw into a win, how close we are. So. I think it's positive to take from this year, and we know how close we are, but we also know, those small margins in certain games, how much they affect the overall season when you get to this point and look back at, how close we are. So, strong finish, lots to be proud of, some good performances throughout the team, and a nice way to finish for sure.
I'm sure, and everybody says that you always want consistency, and you've kind of got that, and you've had that across every format, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. Obviously made finals day in a rain-affected game, lost in the final of the One Day Cup and finished 3rd in the Championship. So it's one of those years where you've been there or thereabouts in all competitions without anything to show for it at the end. But we got a trophy last year. It's tough to win trophies, as we know, but as you say, we've been fairly consistent actually across all formats over the last 2 or 3 years. So certainly doing a lot of stuff right. The white ball stuff. Once you get to knockout games, it can go either way. And in this, as I just said, small moments earlier in the season, if we were able to, turn some of those losses into draws, then we've been in with a real shout. So it's been a good year overall, I think.
To finish 3rd in 2 consecutive seasons, is that also frustrating?
Well, yeah, I think this year's slightly different. We knew 2 or 3 games out that we weren't able to catch Surrey. The previous 2 years before that, we were, going into the last game or 2 still in with a shout. So, playing Surrey away early in the year and losing that game, has meant we've, been playing catch up ever since then. So, from that game onwards, we're probably level on points with them throughout the year. But as I say, it just shows how important every single session of every single game is. 3rd, it is disappointing. Our goal is to obviously win the championship, but at the same time, to finish the top 3 consistently for the last 3 or 4 years also shows that we're doing a lot of stuff well.
Some standout players as well this year. Liam Dawson having his best all-round season.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. He got off to a tricky start to the season as well, and since the end of April, he's been fantastic with bat and ball. He's stood up in crucial moments when we've been under pressure with the bat, and then when we've played on wickets that have assisted him a little bit, he's made full use of that and bowled really, really well. He's been a massive part, played a big part in a lot of games that we've won. So yeah, he's had a tremendous year.
And Mo Abbas, 50 wickets again. He got just over 50 wickets this season. Yeah,
it's standard for Mo. You know roughly what you're going to get with Mo, and he'll run in all day for you. His bad spells are going for no runs but not getting wickets, so you know exactly what you're going to get. And even the last few games we played on some fairly placid pitches here, and he's still chipped in with important wickets. So he's been tremendous again all year, as he has been every year so far for us.
I know players don't like to talk about themselves, but 1,000 runs for you as well this season. First time in Division 1.
Yeah, I guess it's a nice individual stat. As I say, I'm always more focused on how the team's doing. It's a nice little milestone to get, I guess. But you always look back and feel like you could have got a few more here and there that could have made a difference. But I guess from a personal point of view, overall, it's been a good year with the bat.
You've blooded some youngsters this year, all season in Fletcher Middleton's case, and some at the back end. Have you learned any more?
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Fletch. I think to come in and open the batting. We know his scores here. I think probably the lowest in the division. Tricky place to open the batting, and he's looked like he's done it for years before. I think his numbers are probably somewhere in the mid-20s, but I think he's got a big future ahead of him. He's come up against some good quality bowling, and when the pitches have been good, it looks like he's got a good technique. He's also, scoring games come on a lot in the last couple of years, and he's able to put a little bit of pressure back on the bowlers with some, great timing off his legs and back foot play. Really excited about his future for us.
Yeah. And Tom Prest with 100 at the back end of the season. Yeah,
it's a magnificent 100. I think, obviously in the chase, the partnership with myself and Dorse, at the back end of the game, got a bit more attention. But Presti's 100 in those conditions against that attack, when we were up against it a bit, that played a massive part in that game. We know he's an exciting player. He's probably had more opportunity in white ball cricket up until this season, but he's shown us what he can do in the red ball format as well. So yeah, along with Fletch and Toby Albert's come in and look decent up the top as well. So some exciting young players to look forward to seeing in the future.
We know you've just been so close to getting your hands on a trophy this year, but this might be putting you on the spot, but has there been a particular standout moment for any reason for you this year?
It's put me on the spot. It's fresh in the memory, but the win last week at Chelmsford, I don't think they've lost there for 4 or 5 years, and we've not won there for a long time. So quite a unique challenge going there against one of the best spinners in the world on a pitch that helped him out. So that was a pretty special win last week.